Okay, I may have been slightly wrong about this game. My gaming takes are usually pretty spot on, but have been a little bit off recently, just like I thought Little Nightmares 3 was going to be good, and we all know how that turned out. I would say I'm quite the expert when it comes to Dark Souls, FromSoft games, etc. Here are my credentials. Just ignore that one, I'm getting to it, okay? I will get to Demon Souls, I promise. But this is where the worry came in. I didn't want this game to become Fortnite Rain. I didn't want my solo single player experience ruined by a multiplayer version of a game that I love, and this was compounded with the Bloodborne 2 remake that we all wanted being multiplayer as well. But my fears of Artorias hitting the griddy on you, or some of the characters doing the floss dance after winning, that is not in this game, thank God, and the game is actually good. I'll hold my hands up and say this game might be pure cinema. Also, speaking of Artorias, this is the main reason I wanted to make this Platinum video and finish off Elden Ring Night Rain. We're getting DLC, and Artorias is in it. This is going to be amazing, so I hope you guys join me on stream for this, but let's get into the Platinum video. Different from my previous ones, because I didn't actually record the full thing, because I didn't expect to like it as I did, but it's amazing, so let's get into it. So how does Night Rain work? Essentially, it's like a mini roguelike, except you can learn the maps and everything like that because they're not as randomized as most roguelikes. You don't keep anything after death, you basically just select a character, pick a boss, and go for it. So initially the game didn't have a solo mode. I initially started with a couple of my friends, as you can see here at the top right hand corner. However, because I liked it so much, I just continued it without them off stream, and that's what I mean. I enjoyed this game so much that I just put so much time into it. Initially, when I first started with them, I was an absolute noob, not knowing anywhere where to go, following them around the map like a little lost puppy, and then the next time they played with me, I was directing them where to go, picking up the right weapons, giving them weapons, making sure we go to the right places before the night ends. But the main goal of the game is to finish the night. You get 2 days where you have to go around the map, kill bosses, gather items, try and build your character up to like a decent proficiency. Max level is 15, you don't always get there. But once you've done that and defeat the 2 night bosses, if you make it that far, you're faced with the Night Lord, which is a pretty powerful boss even compared to the bosses you've fought so far. And if you die to this boss, you're pretty much gone in multiplayer. If you're playing it solo, like I did for the most part, which is probably why I enjoyed it more, if you do die once, you get 1 free revive, and you can get other revives called Wending Graces around the map. As you can see here, I'm able to get back up without anybody attacking me. That's also how you revive your friends, by the way. You beat the crap out of them. And yeah, the revive mechanic when you're solo is great because I love being able to have a free revive. I also hate this character. Recluse is like one of my least favorite characters. This is the first time I actually win around with her. And there is a trophy where you have to win around with every single one of the night people. The raiders, the night raiders, whatever the hell they're called. And I had to do it twice with her because for some reason this did not count. She's cool, but she is very hard to play solo. So yeah, I would not recommend this for a starting character. The starting character I chose was Executor or Executor, whatever you want to call him. He is very versatile, and if you are someone who likes Sekiro, you will definitely like that character. The reason for this is because he's a deflecting machine. Pretty much everything in the game you can deflect. I don't think I've found anything that I can't deflect yet. And it makes him incredibly powerful when fighting a boss if you're low on health or if you need to defend your allies. Just draw the boss's attention and deflect everything. His ultimate is this massive beast that you can transform into, which has a bunch of different attacks, and is great for dealing damage to the bosses or resurrecting your allies. And it also acts as a free heal for yourself as well, which is great. It gives you a massive health pool, free health, and then you can do massive attacks. If you use this move, however, you deplete the gauge. It's a very, very good attack to use, but it does take away the entire gauge. So this is probably a beginner character in my opinion, but I would recommend this character to anybody. So like I said, not my typical Platinum video because I would usually show you me unlocking all the trophies, but because I played this so much by myself, didn't really do that because I didn't record it, didn't think about it. But Elden Ring Night Rain has 37 trophies, and they're not all too difficult. Majority of them are just kind of doing things as you would go through and play the game anyway. So reaching the round hold, getting a relic for the first time, unlocking the other playable characters, getting flasks during the night. Pretty much, if you play this and you just continually play it, you will eventually get all of these, like getting to the max level, etc. You get a trophy for defeating each of the Night Lords, each of the raids. There's also these things called Shifting Earths, which are the crater, the mountain, the forest, and Noclateo, which is a big city. They essentially change a part of the map, which is quite good sometimes, but the mountain is by far the worst one. I absolutely loathe the mountaintop because it barely gives you anything good. And there is a few bosses that are pretty decent to kill, but the big dragons, they're just a pain in the ass with their ice breath and their frostbite that continually builds up. The crater is the best one in my opinion because you can get legendary armament at the same time. Literally done within the same minute, as you can see there. So yeah, you've got the raids as well. Augur raid is where you have one of the bosses kind of comes in and attacks you during a night. There's about 4 or 5 of these, and they're not too difficult, but they do give you some good bonuses. If you're someone who struggles with doing this solo, I would maybe get a team together, because when you do this, there's certain ones that will be a little bit harder solo if you're not great at these types of games. The hardest trophy in the entire game, I would probably say, is this. I actually did this with 3 different characters to try and get the different characters one at the same time, but I was a few characters off, so I just decided to try and do as much as possible. So it is possible, even if you're not familiar with the characters, because when I chose the characters, they were the first times I was using them. So I think I used Guardian, I think I used Recluse and Executor for my 3 together, but they need to be different Night Lords. The Equilibrious Beast Raid, that's probably the most rarest one you can get. But like I said previously, the maps are randomized, but they're not randomized to the 100%. So there's sort of like a loot table of areas within the map that will spawn within a certain thing. So to get that, I just kept reloading the map and then found this Equilibrious Beast Raid. But yeah, the hardest thing in the game is definitely the 3 Night Lords in a row. If you are someone who struggles with Dark Souls games or FromSoft games, you're probably going to need people to help you with this. But not an overall difficult platinum. I'll show you a few fun bits from my runs and some other bits that I've done. But yeah, enjoy. Like I said, this is the hardest trophy, and I wouldn't recommend doing it the way I did it with the 3 different characters. Always make sure you're proficient in the characters you're playing before trying to do this trophy. Or, like I said, get a couple of good friends that are able to kind of boost you through it. If this was multiplayer, I would probably have lost this, because I had 2 Wending Graces. Well, the first free revive you get, and then a Wending Grace that allows you to get back up. I had no idea how this character worked. By the point I got to Gladius, I finally figured out how his shield mechanic worked. And thankfully these glint blades were the things that carried me through it. If I didn't have this, I probably would have died, because they were the things doing most of the damage. Because when he hits you, it backs you up too far that you can't actually poke with your weapon, which is really stupid. And yeah, second death. But then we come back, I managed to block pretty much everything until they get back together. I get my ultimate, slam them down, and victorious. Sorry for the quality of this clip. This is taken from a stream on Twitch, and yeah, it's a bit grainy there sometimes. Like I said, didn't record everything. Sometimes I streamed it, sometimes I didn't, but this was probably one of the most hypest parts of it, and I was very scared for my life, thinking that I wasn't actually going to get this trophy. Or is it going to cuck me because I quit the game and then came back in after a following day? Let's see. If not, I'll just do it again. We'll see. Hey, we did it! Defeat 3 different Night Lords in a row. No planning. Literally 3 different characters that I've never played before. I will take that. What a lad, solo 2. I know, right? So this is apparently the Equilibrious Beast Raid. I don't think I need to fight him. Hopefully.
A bargain shall be struck.
I want to break the curse. Yes. Hey! Complete Equilibrious Beast Raid. Enhances attack power depending on the runes in possession. So the thing is, you can actually fight him as well. I feel like this level I'd probably die. I am really sad that I didn't manage to record everything in this playthrough, because at the end of the game I did really enjoy doing the platinum and really enjoyed the game. My reservations were unwarranted in the fact that it was going to be Night Rain Fortnite, or Fortnite Rain as I keep calling it. It's nothing like that. The ring closes, that's got nothing really anything to do with it apart from the fact it pushes you forward. You can't really just stall places. I really do wish I had recorded more of it. But like I said, this isn't like my normal platinum videos. When it comes to the DLC, I'll be streaming all of that and I'll be recording all of it, and hopefully there's trophies. There probably won't be, knowing FromSoft, but we will see. We did actually go back and fight Libra. You don't need to. Like, this isn't part of the trophy for the Equilibrious Beast Raid. But sometimes he's quite fun to fight, and he's probably one of my favourite bosses in his normal form. The game overall, like I said, mechanics and everything are brilliant. It's pretty much Elden Ring, but a lot more faster paced, and you can team up with your friends if you really want to. I'm not a huge fan of that. as you can probably tell from me enjoying a lot of the other games by myself. So Dark Souls, Bloodborne, Elden Ring, etc. Not really played them with anybody else. It was always just play the game myself, go through it solo, don't use summons, don't use any crazy magic or anything like that, just use my skill and my dodges and stuff. This is pretty much the same, except with the Executor I can actually deflect everything and stuff like that. This was supposed to be the final run with Wilder, because he was the last character, like I said previously. Recluse, for some reason, did not count, so she was actually the last one. But this is the point where I'm like, have I bugged the game out or something? This is probably the most clutch and the most focused I've ever been with a FromSoft boss. Nameless King, he is the second, he's one of the second ones you can fight before you fight the Night Lord. And yeah, 0 healing, look at my health. Yeah, this is difficult. For range. Oh my god! How did I do that? Fuck. No! Oh, damn it! Wait, have I got another revive? Oh, I do! I did it! Woohoo! I don't know how to emote in this game. I guess that'll do it. I have the power! Hold on a minute. Why did I not get the trophy? He's supposed to be the last one. This is where I was trying to figure out which one I hadn't done. Didn't know that if one of them had a grace, it means that you've actually done it with that character. But, like I said previously, I didn't do it with Recluse because for some reason the game didn't count my win. Either because the save didn't go through, or maybe because I was doing it on the downstairs PlayStation instead of the one that's on my setup. However, that means we need to do it all over again, and the final one that we're going to win with is Recluse, which was quite annoying because I wanted it to be Wilder. Shit, I'm going to have to do her again? Oh, she was like one of the worst ones to do. I just decided to go for what is probably the easiest spellcaster boss in this game, Augur or Maris. This is annoying as hell if you play a melee character. It's not too bad because you can actually just defeat things around the arena and that will stun Augur to fall to the floor and then you can attack it. But spellcaster are so much easier because you can just spam spells, make it fall out the air, and with Recluse you can keep gaining her FP back by casting a spell, pulling the FP back, casting a spell, pulling the FP back, and then casting her cocktail that she has, which is actually amazing. But she's not a good solo character. Even if you know how to play her, she's probably still not the easiest. And I've only played her like 2 or 3 times by this point. But Maris, definitely one of the easiest ones to do. I really am sad that I didn't have all the footage for this because I wanted this to be a massive video. And yeah, I've not done a Platinum video for a while, but I hope you guys have enjoyed this, even though it is a lot shorter than my other Platinums. Like I said, I will probably be doing a Platinum or some sort of guide for the DLC when it comes out, because I bet that's going to be amazing. If you guys want to jump on with me, feel free. If you want to comment about how you felt about the game or if you had any reservations, let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you all in the next Platinum video. The next Platinum will be a lot longer, don't worry, because I've got new editing software that I can actually use. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a great day. Remember to hype the video. That's a new feature apparently. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Woo! Defeat a Night Lord with each character. Twice with her as well. Night Rain! Obtain all the trophies! Woohoo! We're done! First try, as always. First tryers for life. HP restoration upon halberd, attack power up, star and armor inflicts frost. Oh, that's good. Yeah, nice. Another platinum down. How many platinums is that? 102 platinums already?